Hey everyone, Brittany here. Yes, it has been a while, but I am back with another video, and today I'm sharing with you guys the do's and don'ts of getting a haircut. Yeah, I know that may sound like a weird kind of topic to talk about, but you know what? It's actually pretty important. I actually recently cut my hair. Well, not this part, my bang. I had bangs to the side, like a really side bang, and it came down to here, and I was just like, I'm tired of looking at my forehead. I want to cover that up. So I was like, yo mom, can you come help me? And she cut my hair. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. I don't know what this is. Jump right into it. Do your research, do your homework. Look up the person that you're planning on going to. Make sure that they're an actual qualified hairstylist and that they're licensed, because you don't want your hair cut by someone that's not licensed if you plan on going to get your hair cut. Does that make sense? Yelp, friends. Ask your Facebook friends, ask people in your area, your mom's best friend's daughter's sister. Ask them, you know, like go out, ask people, ask about the best place to go, and then narrow it down and say, which stylist would you choose out of this salon, you know? And those people, they're gonna be honest with you. Customers are gonna be more honest with you than an actual business, obviously, because those people went there and experienced their business. So you should do your research and ask around. That's the best way to find anything out. Don't go with the cheapest option. Yes, I understand a budget is very important, and I understand getting a haircut is maybe a little bit more of a frivolous kind of thing. It's not always the most extreme thing. Obviously food, shelter, heat, that's always good, right? But don't go with the cheapest option. There's so many places that offer discounts. If you're in a military family, if you're a student in college, etc., etc. There's gonna be so many out there. Sometimes even there's coupons that you can get, but there's so many places to go that offer a really good price. So department salons are kind of an unexpected kind of place that people don't actually go to anymore. It used to be a lot bigger back in the 2000s and the 90s, but not so much anymore. And I still think there's really great stylists that are there. They're like hidden gems. And so I think that like if your budget can't allow for you to go to like a more high-end salon, like a standalone salon, check out the department salons and then find one that you like, do your research on it, and then go get your haircut. It's just that easy. I wish it was that easy. Bring pictures. Pictures. I always bring in photos from Pinterest, Google, Tumblr. Sometimes I find like really cute stuff on Tumblr. I'm like, oh, I want my hair like this. You bring those into your stylist, whether it's on your phone or even better yet, print it out. They will love you. That gives them an idea of what you want. It helps express what you need, and everyone kind of works together better. I found that the times I've brought in pictures to my salon appointments go better and turn out better than if I don't. So that's like one of the key things is pictures. And now like with the internet, there's always that, it's like so easy. It's so easy to find pictures of hairstyles that you want. Pinterest, that is my best friend. Don't go to a barbershop, okay? Unless you are a guy and you have simple, easy hair, do not go to a barbershop. That is meant for the past / guys, okay? Girls, go to a salon. It doesn't, like I said, have to be an expensive salon. It can be a department salon, but don't go to barber shops. Like they have like those like sport places where you can go get your hair cut. Sure, they may do an okay job, but they're not going to be able to give you the very best. That's just from experience, stories I've collected from friends, all that fun stuff. So I think it's very important that you don't go to barbershops. No offense, barbershops. I think they're so cool, but those are meant for the guys. Let's leave that for the guys, okay? Girls, let's move it to the salon. Let's just wander that way. Do tell the stylist if you like something or if you don't like something. I know it's always kind of difficult, especially like for me. I'm definitely one of those that they're like, oh, do you like it? And I'm like, oh yes, I love And then like I get home, I'm like, let's change this, we gotta cut some stuff off because it ain't cute. It's important that you express to your stylist what you're thinking. If you see them doing something and you're like, oh, what are you doing? Like, hey, ask questions, tell them what you're thinking. Maybe they didn't fully understand what you were trying to say. Pull out those pictures you brought with you and maybe re-explain it again and say, this is actually more what I want. And I'm sure that they'll be glad to fix it as long as you're not rude and mean. I guess that's just like a rule of thumb for life. Don't be rude or mean. So there's that. Don't be afraid to go with a different stylist. If you go to one stylist and they're like, oh, do you love it? And you're like, yeah, it's great. And you like go home and fix it. And then you go back to the same salon. You don't have to go with that same person. You are completely allowed to go to a different person and try out all those stylists in the salon. I'm sure you're bound to meet one or two of them that you just fully connect to, and that they do your hair great and you love talking to them and you're not awkwardly just sitting there like, this is awkward, this person's touching my hair. Go with them. You know, no problem, no shame. Sure, the other stylist might be like, oh, maybe they didn't like their hair. Maybe then they'll do better on the next person's hair. Or maybe they just didn't work with your hair right. Whatever. Point is, make sure that you go with someone that you're comfortable dealing with your hair. So for the past tips, I have been talking about going off to the salon, going to the stylist, and all that fun stuff. But I'm bringing it back to home. Back to home. So I actually have my mom, who is not a trained hairstylist and has not ever gone to school to be a hairstylist. And I'm not saying she's the best person to cut your hair ever, but for them trims, for bangs, for those quick fixes that you don't want to go into the salon for, I love her. She's great at it and she's amazing and I love it. I love it. With that being said, there's either two ways you can go about. You can cut your own hair at home. I've never personally done that just because I can't even cut like a circle or straight line with scissors on craft paper. I'm not gonna put scissors in my hands to cut my own hair. That would just end up tragic. But there's those brave souls that do, and kudos, applause to you, because I could never do that. Never. And then there's the people, your friends, your mom's best friend, your mom, your dad, etc., etc. Those people, they're good. Like I said, how I use my mom for them trims, for touching up my bangs, or redoing my bangs, or giving me bangs in general. Cleaning up your dead ends, maybe just cutting it off and getting all 20 inches away. I don't know. I trust my mom, and I'm not gonna have her dye my hair platinum blonde while I do an asymmetrical bob. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have my mom do that. I will go to a salon for that, and typically for my colors, I go to the salon for that. It's great to have those, like I said, friends and whatnot that can actually do that, and you've seen them do that. It's not like you're just like, oh yeah, Betty, you wanna come cut my hair? And they're like, sure, and they've like never cut a single piece of hair in their life. Don't do that. But if you have that girl down the street that you know like has cut another friend's hair or whatever, and you're like, okay, I just need a little trim, I have some dead ends, or my bangs are getting all up in my face, I need to get them cut, why not go and ask and be like, hey, could you give me like a little trim for free, like just a few minutes out of your day to help me out? And I think, one, you get to make a new friend or get to know that person better. Second of all, I think it's so much cheaper and it's so nice to your wallet. So I definitely recommend that if you have those kind of people around you. Don't just like Google Craigslist, come chop my hair off for free. Like, anyways, I hope that helped you guys out. I know that it can be tough. Haircuts can be nerve-wracking. It's not always the funnest kind of thing. You're like, oh, I feel really nervous. I don't know how it's gonna end up. You're not able to see the end result perfectly. And that is kind of nerve-wracking. And you don't have to go out and spend $20 million, which would be crazy, by the way, $20 million on getting your hair cut. There's so many more simple ways. And even if you do want to go spend $20 million on a haircut, because you can, then bring pictures, because pictures are important. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out all my links below. And I hope that's really helped you guys out. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys have any more do or don't tips. And I will see you guys next time. I have to go. brush my bang because it's driving me crazy.